What if I told you that your entire life, your happiness, your success, your fulfillment comes down to a set of rules? Rules that determine whether you rise or fall, whether you lead or follow, whether you create the life you want or settle for a life of mediocrity. Because the truth is, transformation isn't about luck. It's not about talent. It's not about having the perfect circumstances. It's about mastering the principles that create success and living by them with absolute commitment. Most people wake up every day reacting to life. They let circumstances dictate their emotions. They let other people determine their worth. They let fear and doubt hold them hostage. And then they wonder why they feel stuck, why they're not living the life they truly want. But here's the truth. Life doesn't happen to you. It happens for you. You have the power to shape your reality. You have the ability to change your story. And the moment you start living by the right rules, your entire world will change. The first rule is this: take full ownership of your life. Nothing changes until you take full responsibility. Stop blaming your past. Stop blaming the economy. Stop blaming other people. The moment you own your results, good or bad, is the moment you take back your power. Because when you're responsible, you're in control. And when you're in control, you can create anything. The second rule is master your mindset. Your mind is either your greatest weapon or your biggest enemy. If you don't control it, it will control you. Most people spend their lives feeding their minds with fear, doubt, and negativity, and then they wonder why they struggle. If you want to transform your life, you must reprogram your thoughts. Feed your minds with powerful beliefs. Train yourself to focus on solutions, not problems. Develop the kind of mindset that refuses to accept anything less than success. The third rule is raise your standards. Your life is a direct reflection of what you demand from yourself. If you expect more, you will achieve more. If you accept less, you will stay stuck. The difference between successful people and those who struggle isn't intelligence or luck. It's what they demand from themselves every single day. Raise your standards for your health, your finances, your relationships, your career. Decide that mediocre is not an option and watch how your life transforms. The fourth rule is take massive, relentless action. You can have the best intentions, the clearest goals, and the strongest desires, but without action, none of it matters. The most successful people don't wait for the perfect moment. They create it. They execute faster. They fail faster. They adjust and keep moving forward. Most people hesitate. They overthink. They let fear of failure stop them before they even start. But here's the secret. Failure isn't the opposite of success. It's part of it. If you want to change your life, stop waiting and start doing. The fifth rule is commit to constant growth. If you're not growing, you're dying. The happiest, most successful people in the world are obsessed with getting better every single day. They push themselves beyond their limits. They seek out challenges. They surround themselves with people who inspire them to level up. Growth is uncomfortable. It forces you to face your weaknesses, but it's the only way to create lasting success. The moment you commit to lifelong learning and improvement, you will never be the same again. The sixth rule is build unshakable discipline. Motivation is great, but it's not reliable. Some days you'll feel fired up, other days you won't. But discipline is what separates the people who succeed from the people who only dream. Discipline is doing what you need to do, even when you don't feel like it. It's showing up, taking action, and pushing forward no matter what. When you master discipline, you become unstoppable. The seventh rule is protect your energy. Your energy is your greatest asset. And most people waste it on things that don't matter. They let negativity drain them. They surround themselves with toxic people. They waste time on distractions. If you want to transform your life, you must guard your energy fiercely. Eliminate negativity. Cut out people who hold you back. Invest your time and focus on things that elevate you. The eighth rule is develop unbreakable confidence. Confidence isn't something you're born with. It's something you build. It comes from taking action, from proving to yourself that you can handle anything. Most people wait to feel confident before they act, but confidence comes from action. The more you do, the more you believe in yourself. The more you believe in yourself, the more unstoppable you become. The ninth rule is lead with purpose. If you don't have a compelling reason to push forward, you will quit when things get tough. People who transform their lives are driven by something bigger than themselves. They have a vision, they have a mission, they have a purpose that fuels them even when they face setbacks. Find your why, define your purpose, and let it drive you every single day. The 10th rule is never settle. You are capable of more than you think. You have more strength, more talent, more potential than you've ever realized. But most people settle for less than they're capable of. They accept average. They let fear, doubt, and complacency keep them small. If you want to transform your life, you must refuse to settle. Demand more, expect more, push yourself beyond what you think is possible. These 10 rules are not just ideas, They are the foundation of transformation. When you apply them with full commitment, your life will never be the same. But transformation isn't something that happens someday, it happens now. Right now, in this moment, you have a choice. Continue living the way you always have, or step up and create the life you were meant to live. The question is, are you ready? Because your future is waiting for you, and the only thing standing between you and the life you want is the decision you make right now. So decide, take action, transform your life, and never look back. Take full ownership of your life. Nothing will change in your life until you take full ownership of every part of it. Your successes, your failures, your habits, your mindset, and your outcomes. Most people go through life believing that things happen to them. They blame their past, their circumstances, other people, and external conditions for where they are. But the truth is, nothing in your life will improve until you decide to take full responsibility for it. Owning your life means realizing that no one is coming to save you. No one is going to hand you success. No one is responsible for your happiness, your growth, or your fulfillment but you. The moment you take ownership, you take back control. You stop making excuses. You stop waiting for things to change. And you start creating the life you want. People who don't take ownership live in a constant state of reaction. They react to the economy, they react to their past, they react to what other people say and do, they let life happen to them instead of stepping up and deciding what they want. When you take full ownership, you move from being a victim to being the creator of your own destiny. Doesn't matter where you've been, what you've been through, or what's happened in the past. What matters is what you do now. Taking ownership means no more blaming. It means no more saying, I can't because of my circumstances. It means no more pointing fingers at the economy, your boss, your upbringing, or anything else outside of yourself. It means saying, no matter what has happened, I decide where I go from here. That is real power. Successful people are not people who had perfect circumstances. They are people who took full responsibility for their future and refused to let excuses define them. If you study the most successful individuals, whether in business, sports, or personal development, you will see a common trait: radical ownership. They don't wait for someone to fix their problems. They take action. They don't allow setbacks to define them. They adjust, they pivot, and they keep moving forward. Taking full ownership means understanding that while you can't control everything that happens, you can always control how you respond, and that response determines everything. Think about the difference between two people facing the same challenge. One person blames circumstances, gets frustrated, and gives up. The other person asks, what can I do? How can I grow from this? What's the next step? That second person is taking ownership. And as a result, they will always move forward, no matter what obstacles come their way. This is the difference between those who achieve greatness and those who stay stuck. Ownership also applies to your daily habits. The results you have in life right now are a direct reflection of the choices you have made up until this moment. If you're not where you want to be financially, physically, mentally, or emotionally, it's not because of bad luck. It's because of the decisions you've made, and that's not a bad thing, that's an empowering thing. Because if your past choices led you here, then new choices can take you somewhere better. But it starts with owning where you are, without excuses, without denial, without blaming anyone else. Most people don't take ownership because it's uncomfortable. It's easier to blame external factors than to admit that we are responsible for our own results. But the truth is, once you accept ownership, you gain freedom. You no longer have to wait for someone else to fix your life. You realize that every decision, every action, and every habit is shaping your future. That means you can start making new choices right now, choices that align with the life you truly want. Taking full ownership also means shifting from a fixed mindset to a growth mindset. People with a fixed mindset believe that their abilities, circumstances, and intelligence are set in stone. They say things like, that's just the way I am, or I wasn't born with those skills, or I can't change because of my past. But those who take ownership know that they can develop new skills, they can change their habits, and they can improve any area of their lives if they are willing to put in the work. Growth happens when you take responsibility for where you are and commit to getting better every single day. Another aspect of ownership is emotional ownership. Many people go through life allowing their emotions to control them. They get angry, frustrated, or discouraged and believe that those emotions are caused by other people or external situations. But the truth is, your emotions are your responsibility. No one else controls how you feel. No one else can make you mad, sad, or upset. Those are reactions that you choose. And once you understand that, you gain control over your emotional state. Instead of being reactive, you become proactive. Instead of letting emotions dictate your actions, you decide how you want to feel and respond accordingly. That's real power. Taking ownership also applies to your relationships. Many people blame their partners, their friends, or their colleagues for problems in their relationships. They say, if only they would change, things would be better. But when you take ownership, you stop waiting for others to change. You focus on what you can do to improve the situation. You communicate better, you take responsibility for your actions, and you lead by example. This shift transforms not only your relationships, but also your entire approach to life. One of the biggest benefits of ownership is that it creates momentum. When you stop blaming and start taking responsibility, you feel empowered. You realize that you are in control of your life. You develop the mindset that no matter what happens, you can figure it out. That confidence spills over into every area of your life. And suddenly, things that once seemed impossible become achievable. The moment you decide to take full ownership, you set yourself apart from the majority of people. Most people are stuck because they refuse to accept responsibility. They complain, they blame, they make excuses, and they stay in the same place year after year. But the few who take full ownership create massive transformation. They break through limitations, they achieve their biggest goals, and they inspire others along the way. Ownership also means being honest with yourself. It means looking at your life and admitting where you have been making excuses. It means recognizing where you've been avoiding responsibility. And it means making the decision right now to change that. Because here's the truth. Every single thing in your life is a reflection of what you have accepted, what you have tolerated, and what you have created. But the good news is you can create something new. The past does not define you. Your circumstances do not define you. Your decisions define you. And you can decide right now to take control of your future. So ask yourself, where in your life have you been avoiding ownership? Where have you been blaming instead of taking responsibility? Where have you been waiting for someone else to change instead of stepping up and leading? Be brutally honest. Because the moment you acknowledge these areas, you gain the power to change them. Taking full ownership is the foundation of transformation. When you own your life, you no longer wait for the right conditions, you create them. You no longer hope for success, you make it happen. You no longer wish for a better future, you build it. That is the mindset of champions. That is the mindset of those who refuse to settle. And that is the mindset that will allow you to step into your greatest potential. Your life is in your hands. No more excuses, no more waiting, no more blaming. Own everything, take control, step up. And starting now, master your mindset. Your mind is the foundation of everything you create in life. Every success, every failure, every breakthrough, and every struggle all stem from one thing, your mindset. Your thoughts shape your reality. What you believe about yourself, your abilities, and your potential determines what you will achieve. Most people go through life unaware of the power of their mind. They let limiting beliefs control them. They let fear dictate their actions. They let negative thoughts dominate their thinking, and then they wonder why they feel stuck, frustrated, or incapable of change. But the truth is, if you want to transform your life, you must first transform your mindset. Your mind is either your greatest asset or your greatest enemy. If you don't master it, it will master you. Everything you think about on a daily basis shapes your actions, your emotions, and ultimately your results. If you focus on problems, you will feel stuck. If you focus on opportunities, you will find solutions. If you constantly tell yourself you're not good enough, you will act in a way that reinforces that belief. But if you program your mind with empowering thoughts, you will take the kind of action that leads to success. The most successful people in the world are not necessarily the most talented, the smartest, or the luckiest. They are the ones who have mastered their mindset. They have trained their minds to focus on possibilities rather than limitations. They have conditioned themselves to believe in their ability to figure things out. They have developed the habit of seeing setbacks as learning opportunities rather than as failures. Most people let their external circumstances dictate their internal state. If things are going well, they feel good. If things are tough, they feel defeated. But when you master your mindset, you become unshakable. You learn to control your emotions rather than letting circumstances control you. You develop the ability to stay focused, driven, and confident even when things aren't going your way. Because the reality is, life will always throw challenges at you. There will be obstacles, setbacks, and failures. But the people who succeed are the ones who have trained their minds to stay strong, resilient, and focused no matter what happens. The first step to mastering your mindset is becoming aware of your thoughts. Most people are completely unconscious of the thoughts running through their minds every day. They allow negative self-talk to go unchecked. They repeat old beliefs they picked up from childhood, from society, or from past experiences without ever questioning them. But the moment you start paying attention to your thoughts, you begin to take control. You start noticing the patterns that are holding you back. You begin to see where you are limiting yourself with doubt, fear, or negativity. And once you become aware of these patterns, you can change them. Your beliefs are not facts. They're just thoughts you have repeated so many times that they feel like the truth. But any belief that does not serve you can be replaced with one that does. If you believe you are not smart enough, strong enough, or capable enough, that belief is not based on reality, it's based on conditioning. You have the power to recondition your mind with new beliefs that empower you. Instead of saying, I'm not good at this, you train yourself to say, I can get better at this. Instead of saying, I always fail, you program yourself to say, every failure is a lesson that makes me stronger. Instead of saying, I don't have what it takes, you reinforce the belief that I am resourceful, capable, and committed to my success. Mastering your mindset also means controlling what you focus on. Your mind is like a camera lens. Whatever you focus on becomes bigger and more intense. If you constantly focus on what's wrong, you will feel overwhelmed, anxious, and stuck. If you focus on what's possible, you will feel energized, motivated, and capable. The key is training yourself to shift your focus from problems to solutions, from obstacles to opportunities, from limitations to potential. This does not mean ignoring reality or pretending everything is perfect. It means choosing to direct your attention toward what you can control, rather than wasting energy on what you can't. One of the most powerful ways to master your mindset is through daily rituals. Your mind is not something you train once and forget about. It is something you condition every single day. The most successful people have rituals that strengthen their mindset. They read empowering books, listen to motivational content, practice gratitude, visualize their goals, and repeat affirmations that reinforce positive beliefs. They do not leave their mindset to chance. They actively work on programming their minds for success. Just like you train your body by exercising, you must train your mind by feeding it with the right thoughts, beliefs, and habits. Another key to mastering your mindset is controlling your environment. The people you surround yourself with, the content you consume, and the conversations you engage in all impact your thinking. If you are constantly around negative people who complain, blame, and focus on problems, that energy will influence your mindset. But if you surround yourself with people who are ambitious, positive, and solution-oriented, your mind will start to reflect that energy. The same goes for the information you consume. If you spend hours watching the news, scrolling through social media, or consuming negative content, your mind will be filled with fear, doubt, and anxiety. But if you intentionally feed your mind with powerful, uplifting, and educational content, you will develop a mindset that is strong, confident, and unstoppable. Mastering your mindset also requires emotional discipline. Your emotions are a direct result of your thoughts. If you allow your mind to dwell on negativity, you will feel negative. If you train your mind to focus on progress, growth, and possibility, you will feel empowered. This does not mean suppressing emotions or pretending challenges don't exist. It means choosing how you respond. It means developing the ability to shift your emotional state when necessary. If you feel stuck, overwhelmed, or discouraged, you can change your state instantly by changing your focus, moving your body, or engaging in something positive. Ultimately, mastering your mindset is about taking control of your inner world so that you can create the outer world you desire. It is about understanding that your thoughts are the foundation of everything you experience in life. It is about realizing that no matter where you are right now, you have the power to change your thinking, shift your beliefs, and reprogram your mind for success. It is about developing the habit of focusing on solutions rather than problems, opportunities rather than obstacles, and possibilities rather than limitations. When you master your mindset, you no longer wait for external circumstances to make you feel successful, happy, or confident. You create those feelings from within. You no longer let fear or doubt hold you back. You develop the inner strength to take action despite fear. You no longer let setbacks define you. You see every challenge as a stepping stone to growth. You no longer hope that things will change. You make them change by shifting your thinking and taking massive, purposeful action. The question is, are you willing to take control of your mind? Are you willing to challenge your limiting beliefs, train your focus, and build the kind of mindset that creates unstoppable success? Because once you do, there is no limit to what you can achieve. Your mind is your most powerful tool. When you master it, you master your life. Develop unshakable discipline. Discipline is the bridge between where you are now and where you want to be. It is the key that unlocks transformation, the foundation upon which success is built. Without discipline, dreams remain dreams, potential remains untapped, and goals remain unachieved. Everyone wants a better life, more success, and greater fulfillment, but the truth is that desire alone is not enough. The difference between those who achieve their vision and those who fall short is not luck, talent, or opportunity. It is discipline. The ability to do what needs to be done even when you don't feel like it is what separates the average from the extraordinary. Most people rely on motivation to take action, but motivation is fleeting. It comes and goes. Some days you feel inspired, energized, and ready to take on the world. Other days you feel sluggish, unmotivated, and tempted to procrastinate. If you only take action when you feel like it, you will never reach your full potential. The key is developing the discipline to take action regardless of how you feel. Discipline is doing the workout even when you're tired. It's making the difficult phone call when you'd rather avoid it. It's sticking to your commitments even when the excitement has worn off. It's showing up day after day whether you're in the mood or not. The people who succeed at the highest levels are not the ones who wait for motivation. They are the ones who have trained themselves to take action. Discipline starts with a decision. You must decide that your goals, your vision, and your future matter more than your temporary feelings. You must commit to doing what is necessary, even when it's uncomfortable, inconvenient, or difficult. Every great achievement is built on a foundation of small, disciplined actions repeated consistently over time. If you want to be strong, you must train daily. If you want to be financially free, you must manage your money wisely every single day. If you want a thriving relationship, you must invest in it consistently. Success is not about one big action. It's about the accumulation of small daily disciplines that compound over time. Most people struggle with discipline because they rely on willpower alone. Willpower is a limited resource. If you depend on willpower to make every decision, you will eventually burn out. The secret to lasting discipline is building habits that remove the need for constant decision-making. When something becomes a habit, you no longer have to think about it. You just do it. You don't debate whether or not to brush your teeth in the morning. It's automatic. The same principle applies to success. If you want to be disciplined, you must turn the actions that lead to success into non-negotiable habits. One of the biggest obstacles to discipline is instant gratification. We live in a world that promotes comfort, convenience, and immediate rewards. Social media, entertainment, and modern technology have conditioned people to seek quick dopamine hits rather than long-term fulfillment. But success requires the ability to delay gratification, to sacrifice short-term pleasure for long-term results. The people who achieve greatness are the ones who are willing to endure temporary discomfort for a greater reward. They don't chase instant pleasure, they chase lasting success. They don't take shortcuts, they commit to the process. Discipline is not about perfection. You will have days when you slip up, when you fall short, when you don't follow through as planned. The key is not letting those moments define you. Too many people give up after one failure. They miss one workout, so they stop exercising altogether. They eat one unhealthy meal, so they abandon their diet. They break one commitment, so they stop trying. But true discipline is about getting back on track immediately. One mistake doesn't mean failure. It means you're human. What matters is how quickly you correct course. The most successful people are not perfect. They are just relentless in their commitment to getting back on track. Another essential aspect of discipline is mastering your environment. Your surroundings influence your behavior more than you realize. If you constantly keep junk food in your house, discipline alone will not stop you from eating it. If you surround yourself with negative, unmotivated people, it will be difficult to stay disciplined. The key is setting up your environment in a way that supports your success. If you want to eat healthy, fill your kitchen with nutritious foods and eliminate temptations. If you want to be productive, create a workspace that minimizes distractions. If you want to be more disciplined with your time, set clear boundaries around social media and entertainment. Your environment should be designed to make discipline easier, not harder. Your self-talk also plays a crucial role in discipline. Many people sabotage themselves with negative internal dialogue. They say things like, I'm just not a disciplined person, or I always give up, or I can't stick to anything. But your words create your reality. If you constantly tell yourself that you lack discipline, you will act in alignment with that belief. The key is to start identifying as a disciplined person. Tell yourself, I am the kind of person who follows through. I do what I say I will do, and I keep my commitments no matter what. When you reinforce these beliefs daily, they become part of your identity, and when discipline becomes your identity, following through becomes natural. Discipline is also about controlling your focus. Your mind will always look for the easiest path, the path of least resistance. It will try to convince you to procrastinate, to take a break, to put things off until tomorrow. But if you focus on the pain of discipline, you will always struggle. Instead, focus on the reward. Focus on how great you will feel when you follow through. Focus on the long-term benefits rather than the short-term discomfort. When you shift your focus from the difficulty of discipline to the benefits of discipline, taking action becomes easier. There will be moments when discipline feels exhausting, when you want to give up, when the voice in your head tells you to take it easy, but those are the moments that define you. Those are the moments that separate the champions from the quitters. Anyone can stay disciplined when things are easy. But true discipline is forged in the moments when you don't feel like it, when you're tired, when you're frustrated, when no one is watching. That is when you must push through. That is when you must remind yourself why you started. That is when you must prove to yourself that you are stronger than your excuses. At the end of the day, discipline is about freedom. It may seem restrictive, but in reality, it is what allows you to create the life you truly want. Without discipline, you are controlled by impulses, distractions, and emotions. With discipline, you are in control. You dictate your results. You shape your future. You become the master of your own destiny. Success is not about waiting for the right moment or hoping for motivation to strike. It is about developing the discipline to show up, to take action, and to stay committed no matter what. When you develop unshakable discipline, there is nothing you cannot achieve. You become unstoppable. Take massive, purposeful action. The difference between those who dream of transformation and those who actually achieve it is simple action, not just any action. Massive, purposeful action. It is not enough to think about change, wish for it, or plan endlessly. The only way to truly transform your life is to take bold, consistent action toward your goals. Too many people fall into the trap of overanalyzing, waiting for the perfect time, or letting fear hold them back. They want everything to be lined up perfectly before they make a move. But success does not come to those who wait, it comes to those who move. The perfect time will never come. The stars will never align. You have to decide that now is the time to act. People often mistake movement for progress. They stay busy, but they are not truly moving forward. They read books, watch motivational videos, and talk about what they are going to do, but they never actually do it. Thinking about success is not the same as achieving it. Knowledge is powerful, but it is worthless without action. The world is full of intelligent people who never reach their potential because they do not apply what they know. The key is to take immediate, massive action before doubt has a chance to creep in. The longer you wait, the harder it becomes. The moment you get an idea or feel inspired, take action. Make a call, write something down, take a small step forward. Just do something. Action builds momentum, and momentum creates unstoppable progress. Most people fail to take massive action because they are waiting to feel ready, but you will never feel fully ready. Fear and doubt will always be there. The secret is to act despite fear. The most successful people in the world did not start with total confidence. They started scared, uncertain, and full of doubt. But they acted anyway, and with each action, they built confidence. You do not need confidence to take action. Confidence comes from taking action. The more you do, the more you believe in yourself. The more you step outside your comfort zone, the more comfortable you become with discomfort. Growth does not come from sitting still. It comes from pushing yourself beyond what is familiar. Another reason people fail to take massive action is that they fear failure. They are so afraid of making mistakes that they do nothing at all. But failure is not the opposite of success. It is part of success. Every successful person has failed more times than they can count. The difference is that they did not let failure stop them. They saw it as feedback, as a lesson, as a stepping stone to success. If you want to transform your life, you must change your relationship with failure. Instead of fearing it, embrace it. Instead of avoiding it, learn from it. Every mistake brings you closer to your goal. Every setback makes you stronger. The only real failure is quitting. As long as you keep moving forward, you are winning. Taking massive action does not mean taking perfect action. Many people get stuck because they want everything to be just right before they start. They want the perfect plan, the perfect strategy, the perfect conditions. But perfectionism is just another form of procrastination. It is an excuse to avoid taking action. The truth is, you will never have a perfect plan. You will never have all the answers. The key is to start where you are with what you have, take imperfect action, and adjust as you go. Clarity comes from action, not from thinking. The more you do, the clearer your path becomes. The more you move forward, the more you learn what works and what does not. But you must start. Massive action is about intensity and consistency. It is not about working hard for a few days and then quitting. It is about showing up every single day, no matter what. It is about doing what needs to be done even when you do not feel like it. Too many people take small, inconsistent steps and then wonder why they are not seeing results. If you want extraordinary results, you must take extraordinary action. You must go all in. Half-hearted effort leads to half-hearted results. If you want to transform your life, you must commit fully. Burn the boats. Remove the option of retreat. Decide that there is no plan B, that you will either succeed or learn from every failure until you get there. Massive action also means being willing to do what most people won't. Most people want success, but they are not willing to pay the price. They are not willing to put in the work, make sacrifices, or push through discomfort. If you want to stand out, you must be willing to do what the average person avoids. Wake up earlier, work longer, study harder, train more, push yourself beyond what you think is possible. The more uncomfortable you are willing to get, the faster you will grow. Comfort is the enemy of progress. Growth happens in the moments when you push past your limits. Another key to taking massive action is focusing on results, not just effort. Some people take action, but they are not strategic. They work hard, but they are not moving in the right direction. It is not just about working more, it is about working smarter. Identify the key actions that will bring the biggest results. Focus on the activities that truly move the needle. Do not just be busy, be effective. If something is not working, change your approach. Do not keep doing the same thing expecting different results. Adapt, adjust, and optimize. Success is not about blindly working harder, it is about taking the right actions consistently. Your environment plays a huge role in your ability to take massive action. If you are surrounded by people who make excuses, who settle for less, who do not push themselves, their mindset will rub off on you. You need to be around people who challenge you, who inspire you, who make you want to be better. If you do not have those people in your life, seek them out. Read books, watch videos, listen to mentors who push you to take action. Surround yourself with an environment that fuels your drive rather than kills it. Massive action requires urgency. Too many people put off their goals, telling themselves they will start tomorrow, next week, next year. But time is the one thing you cannot get back. The longer you wait, the harder it becomes. There is no perfect moment. There is only now. If you want to transform your life, you must act with urgency. Do not wait. Do not hesitate. Do not let fear keep you stuck. Take the first step today, even if it is small, even if it is uncomfortable, just move. Action is the cure for fear, doubt, and hesitation. The more you act, the more momentum you create. And once you build momentum, nothing can stop you. At the end of the day, your success is determined by what you do, not what you think about doing. Dreams mean nothing without action. Plans mean nothing without execution. Knowledge means nothing without application. If you want to change your life, you must stop talking and start doing. You must take massive, relentless, purposeful action every single day. Do not wait for permission. Do not wait for the right conditions. Do not wait for confidence to appear. Just move. Start now. Push forward. Keep going. Because when you take massive action, you become unstoppable. And when you become unstoppable, there is nothing in this world that you cannot achieve. Commit to lifelong growth. Growth is the essence of life. The moment you stop growing, you start dying. Mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and even physically. The key to transformation is not just one big breakthrough, but the ongoing commitment to never stop improving. Life is not about reaching a single destination. It is about constant evolution. The most successful people in the world, those who achieve lasting fulfillment and mastery, are the ones who commit to lifelong learning and growth. They never settle, never get complacent, and never believe they have arrived. They understand that every new level of success requires a new level of themselves. Most people live their lives on autopilot. They wake up, go through the routines, and repeat the same actions day after day without ever truly growing. They settle into comfort, avoiding challenges, avoiding discomfort, and avoiding anything that forces them to stretch beyond their current capabilities. But growth only happens outside of your comfort zone. If you are not uncomfortable, you are not growing. If you are not being challenged, you are not evolving. The people who achieve greatness do not avoid challenges, they seek them out. They do not run from difficulties, they embrace them as opportunities to become stronger. One of the biggest obstacles to lifelong growth is the belief that success is a final destination. Too many people think that once they reach a certain level, financial success, career achievement, personal milestones, they can stop growing. They think they have arrived. But this mindset is dangerous because the moment you stop growing, you start declining. Growth is not something you do for a few years until you achieve success. It is something you commit to for life. There is always another level. There is always more to learn, more to master, more to become. The greatest achievers in history, whether in business, sports, the arts, or any other field, never stopped learning, never stopped improving, never stopped striving for more. They understood that mastery is a lifelong journey, not a one-time event. To commit to lifelong growth, you must first adopt the mindset of a student. No matter how much you achieve, no matter how much you know, you must always remain open to learning. The moment you think you know it all is the moment you stop progressing. True growth comes from humility, the ability to acknowledge that there is always more to learn. The greatest minds, the most successful people, the most fulfilled individuals all share one thing in common. They never stop being curious. They seek out knowledge. They surround themselves with people who challenge them. They invest in their personal development every single day. They read, they study, they ask questions, they seek mentorship, and they never assume they have all the answers. Lifelong growth requires constant self-reflection. Too many people go through life reacting instead of reflecting. They do not take the time to analyze their actions, their choices, their habits, and their results. But growth requires awareness. You must be willing to look at yourself honestly, your strengths, your weaknesses, your patterns, your limiting beliefs. You must ask yourself, where am I holding myself back? Where can I improve? What lessons have I learned from my failures? What habits do I need to develop to reach the next level? Self-awareness is the foundation of growth because you cannot change what you are not aware of. The more you reflect, the more you learn, the more you learn, the more you grow. Lifelong growth also means embracing failure as a teacher. Most people fear failure. They avoid risk because they do not want to make mistakes. But failure is not the enemy, stagnation is. Every failure contains a lesson, and every lesson makes you better. The most successful people in the world are the ones who have failed the most. They are not afraid to take risks, make mistakes, and fall short because they understand that every setback is an opportunity to grow. They do not let failure define them, they let it refine them. The only way to truly grow is to be willing to fail, to learn, and to keep moving forward no matter what. Another key to lifelong growth is surrounding yourself with the right people. The people in your life influence your mindset, your habits, and your trajectory more than you realize. If you surround yourself with people who are negative, complacent, or resistant to change, their mindset will rub off on you. If you want to grow, you must surround yourself with people who challenge you, inspire you, and push you to be better. Seek out mentors who have achieved what you want to achieve. Build relationships with people who have a growth mindset, who encourage you to keep evolving. The right environment can elevate you, while the wrong environment can hold you back. Choose wisely. Lifelong growth also requires stepping into discomfort. Most people resist discomfort. They avoid situations that stretch them, that make them feel uncertain, that push them beyond their limits. But growth is uncomfortable by nature. It requires stepping into the unknown, facing fears, and embracing challenges. If you want to grow, you must learn to be comfortable with being uncomfortable. You must seek out experiences that challenge you, that force you to think differently, that push you to expand beyond what you thought was possible. The more you embrace discomfort, the more you grow. The more you grow, the more you achieve. Another essential part of lifelong growth is taking action. Too many people spend their lives planning, thinking, and preparing, but never actually doing. Growth does not come from theory, it comes from execution. You can read all the books, take all the courses, and gather all the information in the world, but if you do not apply what you learn, it is meaningless. Growth requires action. It requires implementing what you learn, testing new ideas, pushing yourself to execute. Every time you take action, you gain experience. Every experience teaches you something new. The more action you take, the faster you grow. Lifelong growth is also about contribution. True fulfillment does not come from personal success alone. It comes from using your growth to make an impact. The most successful and fulfilled people do not just grow for themselves. They grow so they can give more, serve more, and help others rise. When you commit to lifelong growth, you become an example for others. You inspire people by your actions. You lift others up by sharing what you have learned. The more you grow, the more value you can provide to the world. And the more you give, the more you grow. Contribution and growth are connected. One fuels the other. At the end of the day, lifelong growth is not just about success. It is about fulfillment. People who continue to grow feel alive. They wake up with energy, with excitement, with purpose. They know that every day is an opportunity to become better than they were yesterday. They embrace challenges, seek out new experiences, and push themselves to reach their full potential. They never settle, never stop learning, never stop striving to be the best version of themselves. Committing to lifelong growth is a choice. You can choose to stay the same, to remain in your comfort zone, to live a life of mediocrity. Or you can choose to embrace growth, to challenge yourself, to evolve into the person you were meant to be. The choice is yours. The people who transform their lives, who achieve greatness, who experience deep fulfillment, are the ones who make the decision every single day to grow, to improve, to stretch beyond their limits. Growth is not something that happens to you. It is something you choose. And when you make that choice, when you commit to lifelong growth, there is no limit to what you can achieve.